So what is the connection between Lincoln Memorial and pigeons? Well, there is something this story has to do with the root cause analysis, which is what we are going to cover in this part of the problem solving series. My name is Jamil Hai, and I've been working in the corporate sector for the last 17 years, and my passion is to help you build real life skills for your job and career that they don't teach you in college. So let's get started. So in the first part of this problem solving series, we have already explored how to write a problem statement. Now that that step is out of the way, we need to start asking the question, why is this problem even happening? This step is called root cause analysis. It's also known as why analysis because back in the 50s, the Japanese figured this out, that you need to keep asking the question why at least 5 times before we can get to the root cause of the problem. Let's look at this with an example. Back in 1993, the staff of the famous Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. got worried because they started noticing that the building structure was getting damaged. So they asked themselves, why is this happening? So the first answer they got, and they asked the first why, was that this is happening because they are using very harsh chemicals to clean the building. So if they had stopped at this why, the solution would have been that, let's just stop using harsh chemicals. But that would have solved the problem of building damage, but it would have created a different problem, which is, now the Lincoln Memorial is suddenly very dirty. So as they asked the second why, they found out that the Lincoln Memorial is attracting a lot of pigeons. And when there are pigeons, there are pigeon droppings as well. So in order to clean those pigeon droppings, the staff had to use those harsh chemicals. So now at the second why, if they had stopped, the solution would have been like, let's just get rid of the pigeons or kill the pigeons, right? But of course, killing the pigeons is not only a bad thing, but it's also not a feasible solution, right? So then they asked themselves, okay, why are so many pigeons attracted to the Lincoln Memorial? So as they asked this third why, they found out that the pigeons are actually attracted because of spiders. Now, where did the spiders come from? Well, they found out that there are a lot of spiders on the structure of the Lincoln Memorial, and those spiders, of course, are attracting the pigeons because the pigeons want to come and eat the spiders and prey on them. So if they had now stopped at this third why, the solution would have been to just get rid of the spiders, right? Of course, that is also not a viable solution. So then they asked themselves, why are the spiders on the Lincoln Memorial in the first place? So as they did this why, they found out that actually the spiders are preying on the insects. There are a lot of insects on the structure too. So, it's like a chain going on here, right? So the pigeons are eating the spiders who are eating the insects. But then the solution at this why could have been, just let's get rid of the insects. But you can get rid of the insects as well very easily because you can just kill them, right? So then they asked themselves, why are the insects on Lincoln Memorial? So at this stage, they found out that actually the insects are attracted to the Lincoln Memorial because, Washington, D.C. is a cold place. It's in the northern part of the United States. And as the staff of the Lincoln Memorial lights up the monument in the evening, the insects are attracted because of the heat. So the insects want to keep themselves warm, and therefore they are attracted towards the structure. So the solution eventually was not in stopping to clean the building or killing the pigeons or killing the spiders or killing the insects. So the real solution was, as the staff lit up the building in the evening, all they had to do was control the intensity of light so that the light doesn't actually heat up the structure. So this is a great example where asking the why 4 to 5 times would get you to the actual root cause and a perfect solution, rather than stopping somewhere in the middle and going to the wrong solution. So I hope you enjoyed this part of the problem solving series, and in the next and the final part, we are going to explore the last 3 steps of the problem solving cycle. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep watching, subscribe, learn, and apply these soft skills to your job and career. Good luck.